and welcome to the Inbetween podcast. I'm your usual host, Joe Scorn, and I'm joined here
by Burt Reynolds.
Tony turns at RT.
I'm also here, but I don't. I think Burt Reynolds is a special guest.
We lost another legend.
Yeah, this year's been shit. I'm just gonna say that now.
We lost two male model physiques in Burt Reynolds and Billy Harrington.
Yeah, and we lost TB and
XXX Temptation.
Yeah?
Yeah, we did. He died.
Is that his name? Okay.
Yeah, XXX. I don't know his real name.
Oh, really?
That was his artist name.
Okay.
From SoundCloud meme rapper to actual good music.
Yeah.
And then he got shot. Feels bad, man.
We also lost Lazy Town guy as well, didn't we?
Yeah, Stefan.
So we've lost 5.
I saw a post on Twitter today and it said Stefan's dream was to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's got 915,000. So if you could subscribe to Stefan, the Lazy Town guy on YouTube, that was one of his wishes before he unfortunately died to cancer.
Yeah,
we can
fight
cancer with memes, but not in the EU because
well,
they're banned.
Yeah, unfortunately, I still disagree with that. I feel like my solution is just have a good referencing system. Like then you always know whose content is whose. But whatever.
I'm hoping to keep this on the screen long enough that it becomes the thumbnail of the stream, and we get confused people coming in asking why I'm watching gay porn.
They wouldn't be confused. They'd know.
Oh, they know.
They know why.
Hopefully you're not watching this in a public place. This was his iconic pose. Everyone knows Burt Reynolds for his bear rug pose. This was a groundbreaking picture. We have to make it. We have to judge it up as if it's historically significant.
It is. Yeah, it's artistic and historical.
Yeah, it's artistic. This is a piece of art.
We can't be taken down.
This man was about to body paint himself in IRL. He just hadn't put his pasties on yet. So.
I believe Bob Ross was painting.
Yeah.
You can see his shadow in the background.
Move on from this.
Yeah. The actual content.
What have you been playing this week? I got B-roll. Okay. So.
What have you been playing, Joe? You got it ready.
Battlefield 5. And this is footage that I made.
Yeah.
From Idiotech that I stole. Because I couldn't actually record any footage because I was struggling to run the game.
If anyone's watching this and you don't watch Idiotech, please go and subscribe.
The thing is, though, I was like, this guy could be like a massive YouTuber. Like Idiotech was like pumping out really good videos, and then he had like tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, and he stopped making videos. I think his dad died.
Yeah.
He broke his back, and then he got divorced.
Yeah.
All in the span of like a short period of time. So that's why he didn't make videos, but he's back and he's pumping out the great content. Fully Patreon supported, so there's no ads on his videos. No.
Just like Jim Sterling model.
Even though we don't have a Patreon and nobody would put ads on our videos because we literally can't.
Yeah, we haven't got enough people watching us to be able to put ads on us.
So you need like 100k subscribers to even apply now on YouTube.
I don't think it's 100. I think it's just 10k.
Is it 10? I thought it was 100k now.
I don't think it was that high. I don't know. I can't remember. We did a video on that, but I can't remember.
We did a video on it
beginning of this year, and I don't remember what it was.
I was watching the video. The thing that the cool thing. I've been playing Battlefield 5. I was struggling to run it.
That's
917 and
because you sent me a message like I had to turn all the settings off, and I'm like, what? All of them?
Yeah, I had to put everything on low because I recently got a 1440p monitor within like the past year. So now I've been trying to run everything at 4040p, and if you don't know, try and run things at twice the resolution is a lot more strenuous on your PC.
Isn't it like it's like close to 4 times the area of pixels, isn't there? Almost.
It's like 2,560, I think, times 1440.
Yeah, opposed to 1080.
As opposed to 1920 times 1080.
So it is. I think it's like 3.7 times. I think it comes out to. I might be getting that completely wrong, but it's something.
Are you guessing? Or are you doing quick math?
I'm doing quick math.
Okay.
It's basically a guesstimate.
I'd say it's around If
It's at least two
if
times.
1080 is like 1K, 1440 is kind of like 2K, and then you have of course 4K.
Oh yeah. It's people call it 2K, don't they?
Yeah, some people call it 2K resolution.
So, and even people call 1080 1K, which I get confused with.
But the thing I found when I was playing Battlefield 5 was I was really fucking enjoying playing the game.
Can I just say that every time I watch someone play it, like even this isn't you obviously, but
no, it is. If he gets a kill, that's me.
It looks so good.
It's definitely not me because I was just running around. I was a sniper for like the entire beta.
I don't like sniping. I don't know why. I don't get anything out of sniping for some reason. Not that I'm good at it. This is probably why I don't get anything out of it.
I think the thing about sniping is when you land that really good shot, it's really satisfying. But they have made big.
I don't get
sniping's been really strong in Battlefield games because it was so powerful, but they've kind of balanced it and made it a lot more fun to play. So what they've done is before you could look down your sniper scope and you could just spam Q and that would spot people. Which made it really easy to just spot everyone.
Yeah.
And you're not like hunting people, you're looking for orange triangles.
Yeah.
But now, to spot people, the only class that can do it is recon, and you have to be looking through binoculars. You can't look down your sniper scope.
That's a good idea.
And then another thing they did with snipers is sniper rifles would be really powerful. It would be like body shot would kill someone. But now you have to get a headshot in order to like kind of one-shot someone with the sniper rifle.
Oh, so there's no way to... Okay. I would say that... Well, I want to say that for Battlefield 5, like, I'm actually really glad like the mechanic changes that they've done like to the gameplay. Like it seems like exactly what I would want from Battlefield.
You can't regenerate all of your health.
That's great.
In order to get a extra... You have to pick up more ammo and medkits.
Oh. Are they on the map then?
Yeah, so every base has one.
Oh, that's so good.
And also, if you have a squad, your medic can give you health, and then.
So to be honest, this is the added mechanics similar to like the original Battlefront 2, like where bases are important and then different classes are important for other classes.
I don't remember that much about Battlefront 2 because it's been like over 10 years since I played it.
I can quickly go through it. There's like it's basically similar to this. Like there's checkpoints across the map. You have your starting base, and when you capture a base, you own it, and there's like ammo supply and medical supply there. But then if someone captures all of them, you have less ammo.
The way it works is it forces you to use squads.
Right. So there is more squad play in this, isn't there? There's more...
So the way it works is in old Battlefields, people would just run around rezzing people, but now only medics can res people.
Or people in your squad.
Or people in your squad can res people.
That makes sense.
And then...
It is a beautiful game though, isn't it?
As you get points... as I was the squad leader, I'd like mark a point. We go there and we get points towards the squad. But then what you could do is you can call in things. So you can call in supply drops for cheap. You can call in a tank for quick more, or you can call in like a bomb strike on one of the points.
So you only get these,
which you mark with a pair of binoculars.
So you get these points for doing objectives mainly. Yeah. Okay. So it's like forcing to objectives, not try and kill people. Okay, that's cool.
This game, I think this game is really fun because I had. Mostly, I was playing with like at least one other person. A lot of the time, I would have a full squad or close to, friends that I was talking to over Discord.
What is the squad size actually?
It's 4. So it's smaller.
That's the max size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Max size is 4.
So it's like a small team, I guess. Then.
And there's 4 classes. So there's assault, which is assault rifles. There's a couple of like. Oh, actually,
they're like the heavy.
It's like a pure. Yeah.
Or the soldier, I guess, more so. From THQ.
They have their strengths are that they have very quick guns. There is like specific perks. I think assault
can they switch
generate
guns?
quicker.
Can they switch guns but quicker or
no?
Okay.
There is like recon can get upgrades that let them switch guns quicker, so they can switch from their sniper to their pistol.
They're the more adaptive people then.
Well, each class has their own perk, but like assault strength is
look at that snow. It's beautiful.
That they have the powerful, very quick guns, and then they have dynamite. I believe it's assault that has dynamite, so they can like they're very good at taking out tanks, and because you can build in this game. I was like, this game's just like Fortnite, bro.
Wait, you can build?
Yeah, you can build like little
never
barricades.
Oh my
You
god.
can build like sandbags. It's not like you
no,
can build
no.
ramps and walls.
No, I wouldn't expect
I was
that.
like, wait, you can build in this game, and there's this amazing, fully functioning destruction system. I was like, these guys are going to get sued by Epic Games. They've ripped off Fortnite. Obviously, joking.
No, they've ripped off Battlefield. What's it called? Bad Company 2. That's what I'm
Bad
trying to say.
Company
Not
2.
Battlefield 2.
I saw a post the other day and people were saying we're still playing Bad Company 2. You know, if the game's on sale now, and we're still like populating the servers and stuff. So that was kind of cool.
Well, they're still playing. Okay, it is a great game. I really like Bad Company 2.
But then there's the medic class, which of course can res anyone.
Yeah.
So the way that works is when you go down,
They don't have defibs because it's World War.
You get stabbed with a syringe.
Yeah, it's not. We don't have the technology yet.
What happens when you die is you go into a state where you're like lying on the floor,
Catatonic
and then you can
state.
either like push a button to die faster, as you will die slowly over time, or you can call out for help, and it'll tell nearby squad members and medics where you are.
Right. So
But I think this is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about on the screen now.
So you have to hold to call for help or hold to skip.
I wish I could just instantly die, but I think the
Yeah.
point that you have to kind of wait to
Slow.
respawn is
How quickly the respawns after you die?
it's like 5 seconds. You see, ready to spawn.
So they've like combined it with that basically. They like minimize the respawn time because you have to hold down it for longer.
Yeah, and then there's also you can't spawn on a squad mate if they're under fire.
Okay.
So then you'll have to like spawn on the points instead, or like a beacon, which the recon class has, similar to like Battlefield.
Oh, okay.
3.
That's cool.
I haven't played Battlefield 4, but I heard it was. Some people liked, some people didn't. I love Battlefield 3. I thought that was fantastic. I hear people are very fond of Battlefield 3.
I like that one map where they actually made it so like the objective can change like halfway through the map, like it changes the actual battlefield.
They have dynamic events in these maps. So remember this because it starts with an N, I think, or something, and it's in like Norway or Finland or something. This map. But
Nigeria.
This point, I think this might be the point where a snowstorm starts.
Oh,
so that changes like how that works.
Because that'll be whatever graphics things you have. The snowstorm will be there.
But then there's this. This was like one map, and then there was Rotterdam, the other map, which I much preferred personally.
Yeah. Okay. No. Don't worry.
In the middle of Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And that I found that a lot more engaging. I really like the sea
Frank
point
map.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Because there's just like tall buildings everywhere.
That's really cool.
If you don't know, I think it was Amsterdam used to have a building tax.
Yeah, it was
based on how wide your house was.
Yeah.
So all of their houses are really tall, and that's why you get that kind of style.
Because they had like no space like in between the houses. Like we have to make it so people don't.
But on the Rotterdam map, at some point, the giant like fog comes in. I'm like, well, it's Amsterdam. You know what they're doing? having a quick smoke of the old the green stuff.
The old canny.
Yeah. The old canny.
That's what I call it.
I've never had anyone call it.
No,
that.
I just made it up.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I assume's happening at that point. But there's some really great points on that map. Like there's a giant train line across the map which has two separate points at one end.
Could we say it's the Anne Frank map? Or was that too soon?
Too soon. Okay. But the sea map in the middle is it's just surrounded by apartment buildings, and snipers can go up there and they can find those, and those can be blown up, and you can try and pull people out of them.
So they actually. You drive through a tank though, right? I was promised on a trailer you can drive through stuff with a tank.
You can drive through some buildings, but not all of them. You can't get into sea because it's just completely deadlocked by buildings.
That's fair.
And you can't get through there.
But for more open maps, you probably could.
Definitely can. Like tanks are powerful in this game. They're obviously going to be.
Well,
there's planes on this map.
They're objective based, aren't they? So you have to unlock them, I guess, or.
Well, there's tanks that spawn. Okay. So anyone can just drive a tank. But if you want
Did you have to control the point to get it, or is it just like on the map?
No, it just spawns at your spawn when you have enough points by doing objectives.
Yes, okay, that's really I think that's quite balanced then.
Because there's the Germans have the Panzer thing called. I don't remember what it's called, but
I think that is what it's called, isn't it?
And it has like a flamethrower on it.
Yeah. And
then there's the Churchill Crocodile. Is the other tank? Yeah.
Okay.
I remember what that one's called.
I want that one.
That's what they called the tank, the Churchill Crocodile. But yeah, tanks are really cool. you can't duck if you're on the top gun like you used to be able to. So I feel like every time I'm on the top gun of a tank, I'm always getting shot in the head.
Well, yeah. Why can't you duck? What's the reason for that?
I don't know. You used to be able to duck when you're on like the top gun in like the old Battlefield games, but now you can't.
Is that a balance
thing? But I feel like if you, it may make the top gun too strong because they have like a 360 view.
They could not balance it, like you couldn't move. Like I don't know.
Anyway, what's I'm saying? I found all the gun. They removed bloom from the guns.
So wait, that was a thing before.
Yeah, they had like a weird thing where some of the bullets were just shot off randomly. All the guns feel great in this game.
They look great.
Of course, they have recoil on them.
Oh yeah,
it's a Battlefield game, so you're not just going to be able to shoot someone wherever you want.
It's not a point and click game.
If you can point a gun at someone and shoot them, you will hit them. If you can,
one of them will hit, but then the rest might miss.
If you can account for like bullet drop and recoil.
Which is what makes Battlefield
feels really satisfying.
Yeah,
really good.
That's what Battlefield is good, isn't it? Because like you have to be skilled to be able to pull good things off, which is what you want. So I was going to ask like the leveling thing, like where we just saw there like Assault 4.
That's a ribbon.
So that's
points towards your player level.
Yes, that's something that's outside of the map, and
you have levels for your player.
Yeah.
Then you have level for your classes.
Right.
And then some guns have specific challenges you can do.
Yeah.
And what that allows you to do is when you've leveled up a gun, you then have an upgrade system in the menus under your company, and you can upgrade guns. And some people were saying they didn't like it because someone with a highly upgraded gun was a lot more powerful than someone with a low-powered gun, because before you'd have attachments. So what attachments did was you'd have a benefit to the gun, but it would take something away. So you put like a scope on it on like a quick fire mode. It's like, well, it fires quicker now, but you have more recoil, so you have to kind of play around with that. But now the upgrade system in Battlefield 5 is you're just strictly making the gun better in almost every single upgrade. Yeah.
I'm not sure I feel
Which I find engaging. Like, it makes me want to use the guns and upgrade them more, but then it also comes to a point where if someone's new, they're gonna.
Wouldn't it be cooler if you upgraded it and then you could like shift between different trade-offs would make it like more diverse guns instead of just better?
So the game looks fantastic. That's why I was struggling to run it. We haven't even seen any RTX kind of stuff yet, which does look fantastic.
Because this is one of the first games for it, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw a Atomic Heart. Showing off some RTX. I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider is going to have RTX at some point. I don't know if it's in now. It came out recently.
Yeah.
But they were showing benchmarks for Shadow of the Tomb Raider with RTX turned on.
Yeah,
so there's going to be, Tomb Raider's always been a massive NVIDIA partner to a point where it runs better on NVIDIA cards almost all the time.
I would argue that they're not really games, they're more just hardware demonstrations.
Apparently the Shadow of the Tomb Raider game has got really good reviews. People seem to really enjoy it.
Someone I watched that didn't like it, so I can't remember who that was now actually. But
opinion?
It was just they just said it was like more of the same shit, is what they said.
Okay.
But
well, some people liked the Tomb Raider game.
Yeah, I have to actually watch a proper review though, because it was just like an opinion piece. It wasn't like an in-depth. It was just like, I've been playing this and I didn't like it.
I have to say, I haven't played any of this solo, so I don't know what like going to random squads is like. But playing it, with friends is always going to be fun. But the squad gameplay has really been emphasized back into Battlefield with this game, and it's really fucking fun to play. I've always enjoyed playing Battlefield games. I enjoyed playing Battlefield 3. The last one I played was Battlefield 1, which I did enjoy playing, but I felt it was kind of a mishap where you could be a one-man army sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like Hideo said in his video, he was like, I think single people were too powerful, and there wasn't much emphasis on squads, but there's definitely back here.
Then when it first came out, they made like some... No, they made like tanks weak or something, but planes stupidly strong or something.
Tanks were super strong in Battlefield 1.
Oh, it was the other way around, was it? Okay.
At the start, at least.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Is like one of the vehicles was really powerful.
Planes feel pretty powerful in this, but there's lots of like flat cannons all around the map, so I feel like I can shoot them.
Again, this feels balanced because you have to actually play the objectives to be able to get them, right?
I feel like it makes much more sense to have the guns and the gameplay in World War II than it did of what they tried to do in World War One.
Yeah, I didn't feel like World War One at all. What they did there.
But I've already been enjoying that. So
hang on, we haven't talked about what about women in World War II, Joe? We haven't discussed that.
Nobody cares.
Oh. You're right. Nobody does.
Spoilers. I need load B-roll footage. I've spoiled what's coming next. So I've also been playing Magic: The Gathering Arena, and I did actually record B-roll for this, so no one's going to copyright strike me. I do have footage of actual games, but I decided to show the tutorial footage just in case someone was watching and they hadn't played Magic.
Yeah, I think that's always good. Tutorial's not bad.
So watch. This is kind of like the goblins, and they're showing you off the haste mechanic.
They always show you goblins first, don't they?
No, there was something before this.
No, I mean like in other games, they always show goblins like close to the start.
They make you play as a cleric for the tutorials for this.
Really?
Which I was like,
interesting.
Yay.
They normally make you go like beast deck. Interesting.
Or
a flying deck.
Basically, I was on Twitch, and there's a Slay the Spire streamer I see, and I saw him playing this, and I was like, what Magic the Gathering game is this? Because I've never seen this before, and it's a new Magic the Gathering game coming out. It's currently in closed beta, and it's called Magic the Gathering Arena, and it's like a mix between, really great UI and
it's very smooth UI. Like it's instantly interacting with you, which the old
you can click on the board and stuff, and it's like this is reminding me of like playing Hearthstone. Like
because the old Magic the Gathering games were really shit, and sometimes they would just lag out and just completely lock up.
The last one I played was Duel of the Planeswalkers, 2014.
Yeah, which is a shame because the one before that was much better.
I've played that.
Yeah. Which one's one that I have the gold one, but you don't have? Which one was that? Was that 2012? That was a good one. Yeah. Still locks up, but I mean, it had better.
Goblin Grenade. They do play with the mechanic, which I always said when we played physical Magic the Gathering. If you block with something, you can sacrifice it, and it still blocks.
Yep.
Some people seem to have a big problem with that when we played.
Yeah. I did it last month actually, like with one of my friends. It was like, wait, is that a thing? I was like, yeah, you can do that because otherwise some of the sacrifice stuff doesn't make any sense. Like the boar, it's like a green 4 mana 2/2 that sacrifice that you gain 4 health. It's like that'd be really shit if you couldn't sacrifice it and block at the same time.
Got the goblin tokens.
I was gonna say though, like I find that the shapes really weird. Like why are they rounded now? I'm really confused.
Those are tokens.
The tokens are rounded. Okay, I like that actually, but I find
they're really token.
They're really stout. It's what's confusing.
And now, like I was playing against a guy who was summoning a bunch of like fungus totems, and they just start stacking them.
Oh,
so they'll have like this, but like times
like
5 on it.
Because before they would absolutely just like completely take up the whole board, and you couldn't do anything with. I still have to see like how would you deal with lots of tokens attacking you, because I found that really annoying. Or trying to attack with tons of tokens, that was really annoying.
If I can find that game, I don't know if I have. I have a bunch of like footage from my games. I'll see if I can find it. There we go.
Because at the moment, so you're playing like you're like a spirit cleric or something. Is it just
like
you just have spirits, okay.
Spirit,
okay.
But there's this kind of spirit card. It's basically like healing and summoning units.
To go with some of the other ones.
Yeah, from the trailer.
Token one. Yeah, so this is the token one. So I was playing a dragon deck at this point, and
so
this is how they do tokens.
That's how they do flying as well. Like it slightly hovers. Okay.
Yeah.
And they have a little symbol as well.
So look, they start stacking.
Yeah, but how do you target each individual one? Is what I want to know, because that was really annoying in the old games. Because it was really shit to go. I want to just.
They have like all current. So there's the new saga mechanic.
Yeah.
Where you play this card, then turn 1 until your next turn, creatures you control gain add 1 mana of any color, and then.
Is that 1 and 2?
Yeah. And then turn 3, put 1 counter for each creature you control, and then after turn 3, it sacrifices itself. There's like an enchantment that has like phases as it goes through the story.
As this age enters, and after you draw step, add a lore count. Okay, so that's how it does it. So basically.
You put like tokens on it basically that count down,
you get one,
and then it gets it's like quest almost, which they kind of had a mechanic.
Oh, and add a look under sacrifice after 3. Oh, that's it. Balancing.
You remember they had quests where you had to like put counters on them, and then when
Yeah.
you completed the quest, something happened.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that, but
The
it just
balance.
passes with like every turn.
yeah. They had it like on oh they got better kickers now as well. That's cool. I say I'm really liking this green deck because I normally get really annoyed with green decks.
It's
It's
green and
so
black.
boring.
This guy just kept. He had like a. He kept like tapping his 1/1s, and then he had an enchantment up here where every time he sacrificed something, he gained life.
Yeah.
So I found eventually I did kill him, but he just kept gaining life. It was like a really long game where I had to keep pushing damage with my dragons in order to kill him, and then I was just like, I think I ended up lightning bolting him in the face at one point as well.
He had like a 1/1 sacrifice deck or a token sacrifice deck.
I didn't realize this guy had flying until the end.
Oh really?
Because I'm pointing to the Karagon Dragon Rider. He's like a ground unit, but if you own a dragon, he has flying.
He's like the Griffin Rider basically.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a dragon rider. Yeah, he's exactly like the Griffin Rider then.
But he's just like he's exiling cards to summon more tokens, and this was like a really interesting game if you like Magic.
Sacrifice yourself, gain 2 life, and draw a card. That's really cool. This is a really interesting green deck with black looking as well.
I think this guy made this deck. I'm not sure this is one of the basic ones. I haven't unlocked all the decks yet. You unlock them by playing.
But I'm saying the cards that they have in this are really interesting to be able to make these types of decks. So, so I like the fact that the bombs and the tops of the cards are different shape to make things easier and quicker to read.
I like that I can build my own deck and I can choose the artwork of the lands. Feels good,
Oh,
man.
can you? That's really cool.
And you can put like dual lands in and stuff like that. If you put like the thing that makes it really cool is building a deck super easy because if I put a blue card in, it'll instantly put around 20-ish lands of blue to go. Oh, you're making a blue deck.
It would try and balance for you.
I put in a red card and go. Oh, you want this many red?
Yeah.
You want this many mountains? And
That's
I go,
really cool.
and then I'll put in like some dual lands that enter like taps and stuff. And then you can start building a deck that way really easily. I was going through all the cards, so I was trying to build like a red-blue Izzet deck. I was trying to see if that was possible, but I didn't see that many. They said they're going to release this game with current expansions. The day that I'm not sure what the newest expansion is.
You got Dragon
called.
Queen. You've made an Andy deck.
I didn't make this deck. This is a pre-built deck.
Pre-made by Andy.
So I pass the turn and I go, well, I still got my. I go to the attack phase because even if I can still play the queen afterwards because you get another phase after you attack.
Yeah.
So if I need to use the instant, if I need to use the instant lightning strike, I can.
You get 2 main phases. And then he's blocking.
This guy is trample as well, so it's why he's blocking with a big one. But he can. These guys, you can sacrifice cards to make them bigger.
Yeah, you're going to use lightning strikes to
strike his face, but then he's like, I'm going to sacrifice 1 million tokens to heal myself.
Which, to be fair,
I think this is lethal damage though, because he can't block. He can't block the flying.
No,
and he can't sacrifice enough to heal. I think he dies here.
Yeah, but he is trying his best though.
It's just like this is one of the crazy games I had. I'm just like,
I like he's giving it
so much is going on.
He's giving it a good go to stay alive, isn't he?
So I was like, I'm fairly sure he's dead. I think.
How do you know how many cards he's got in his hand though?
He doesn't have any cards in his hand.
Okay, so that is.
Now he does.
Ah, okay.
It shows you.
Right.
And if a card's revealed, it'll just show it in his hand face up from that point
Thank
on.
God, I've always wanted that.
Yep. Because like when you
even in real games,
already know. So he's trying to do everything, but of course we have timers now.
Yeah.
So
because in even like the real trading card game, me and Andy were like, well, if it's revealed, we might as well just show it to you all the time. So I can't remember what you've revealed. If you reveal like 7 cards. Yeah, -1. Oh, and he's healing back up and then down. Then -1
damage.
Feels
So
bad.
I actually ended up killing him, but.
You go back up to 17 as well, or were you always at 17?
I think I was always at 17. Okay. He just kept playing tokens. So, but I was a dragon.
Yeah.
And as you know, dragons fly past tokens. So I ended up killing him.
I feel like he wasn't aggressive enough with his little tokens. But
if he attacks with all his tokens, I'm just like, oh, you can't chump block anymore.
Yeah, no,
And
but
then I'm just
yeah,
like-
but I'm saying is you couldn't jump block against most of them anyway, so you might as well have been aggressive as soon as you realised you couldn't.
The dragon didn't have flying, and I had a card with trample as well.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm saying the majority is flying.
Trample, if you don't know, trample. Usually, when you block with something,
all damage gets stopped.
All the damage gets stopped. But when you have trample,
it goes through.
It goes through. You can assign damage with trample in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah, that's always been the thing.
Yeah.
The person with trample, you get to decide
how much goes through and how much
Yep.
to deal to the thing.
Yeah. So as well, you can go like, oh, if I think you're going to get a card to like buff it up, you go, well, I'm going to put 5/2 and then 1 to go through. If it's like a 1/1 or something, like haha.
Haha. Back to the tutorial. There you go. He was still playing.
Oh dear. But no, this is really cool.
This is kind of showing you the flash mechanic.
I'm still a
where...
bit. I still find it weird that everything's like condensed when it goes to the board though. It's like I'm used to it being like full cards on the board when you play them.
See, there he blocked with the flash, but then he also sacrificed it. So flash is like instants.
Yeah.
Where instant you can spell
instant creatures.
Yeah, so you can just play them at any point basically.
Yeah. No, this is great actually. Oh, look at that. But these are most of these like new expansion cards then.
Yeah.
So I don't recognise a lot
And
of
I was just playing quick play when I was playing those games, but you can queue for specific formats.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to play with certain cards, and you can unpack. So it's a free-to-play game, I think, but then you
buy packs.
You buy packs, or you do daily quests, which I was doing, which earn coins, which you can use to buy packs.
It doesn't look too obnoxious, so it doesn't have a Hearthstone problem yet.
The basic decks are pretty good so far, from what I've played in quick play.
I'll say as well, like in the recent years, Magic the Gathering's been a lot better at making cheaper cards more useful than like just making like the really expensive cards really good.
Finish off.
One block.
It wouldn't let me play yet. Sometimes I was like, I can do a better play, and it's like, this is the tutorial. You will follow our cookie cutter plays.
Oh, okay.
But I was going to say, it's currently in closed beta. They haven't put it on Steam this time because I made the mistake of trying to search for it on Steam. This time they haven't put it on Steam.
Making it like a Hearthstone.
They've done their own. They've done their own launcher. It's Unity.
They want all the money themselves.
Very Hearthstone-ish because it's made in actually made in Unity as well.
Unity's a good engine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so good that a lot of shit is on it, but
yeah,
that's not a testament of how bad it is. It's a testament of how good it is.
But anyway, the way I got my key, because you can sign up to get a key, but it took a long time. Currently, Alienware's doing a giveaway, and they have a bunch of keys. So if you want to get a key, go into the Alienware Magic the Gathering key giveaway, and they have like a bunch of keys that close beta, and you can get in pretty easily. So if this interests you, you want to learn some CCGs, a children's card game.
Yeah, children's card game. When's this going to be coming out there?
I have no idea. Sometime. It's in closed beta.
Okay.
So
I assume this year then.
I'm still looking forward to playing Artifact when that comes out, and I'm still looking forward to playing the Bazaar, the Reynard card game when that comes out.
Yeah, we've got 3 good card games coming on. They all look good so far.
Are you going to play the closed beta?
Of this?
Yeah.
Probably not, no.
Oh, you're not interested?
Wait. No, I don't need to play it right now.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about the last game quickly that we've been playing this week, which is, of course, Tony's favourite game, World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Been a bear. Been a cat.
Main game. Fuck off.
What have you done?
I can't believe I've done this. I just have B-roll footage of me doing World Quest, so it may not be the most interesting thing, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get you to play World of Warcraft for ages.
Yes.
And then you're like, my internet's dying. We're having people come around to look at it, and they said that they couldn't see anything.
Something. They said that. I don't know. It's better now, but it's still sometimes just like, nah, it's not working today. Fuck you. But it's a lot better than it was.
And I was like, let's go to Hillsbrad Foothills so I can show you this really cool quest.
Yes.
Oh wait, there's no alliance quest here. There's just this one Plants vs Zombie quest,
which was great, but.
Yeah, the entire quest line is it's right next to Old Dalaran Crater, where there's like a bunch of zombies. And basically what you do is you have like a piece of grass, and you have to put plants down to gather sun in order to buy new plants to shoot at the zombies.
Yeah.
It's basically a complete rip-off of PopCap's Plants vs. Zombies. But I think it was... PopCap's usually had a kind of close relationship with WoW.
Yeah.
If you have seen our spotlight on WoW Peggle, PopCap made the Bejeweled add-on inside WoW. They made the Peggle version of WoW inside WoW because they were such huge WoW players and they wanted to play their fun games inside of WoW where they were waiting for stuff. So I think it was more an homage to PopCap and Plants vs. Zombies.
It wasn't yeah, because it obviously didn't have like the full range of the game. It was just like one.
So as I explained to you, I was like, oh, this is really cool. But in like actual Plants vs. Zombies, this is way more complex and really cool. And I was waiting for you to complete the level because this is what I was talking to you the other day. You know when I put a squid on my head?
Fuck?
There's a bunch of underwater treasures you can get that you can like submit to you Cthulhu, and then you can get these tentacles on your screen as like a toy.
Yeah, the tentacles are a bit obnoxious.
I think I die here because I just stand in the firestorm.
You stood in the fire.
That
is a crazy.
I stood in the fire. That's we're fighting a random boss for a world quest.
Yeah, I think for me, I need to change my resolution for my UI and stuff. I have some issues with the way I've got my UI set up. I need more modifications. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm
just using mostly dominoes. Shadowy unit frames. That's tidy plates on the
those are
health
nice.
bars.
Yeah, those are nice.
And then it's of course the Diablo theme on the most important now on sexy map.
Yeah, I've got that down. Luckily,
this is one of the areas you haven't seen. This is Kiragard Sound. This is one of the main areas for the Alliance. Someone's actually res me, which I was like, holy shit, that never happens. But someone actually res me.
How do you have to have a special ability, or do you just...
So like a healer can res you.
Interesting.
I am, of course, playing Outlaw Rogue, if you were wondering. The Pirate Rogue class.
Best class.
Best class in the game.
EU. No, I was going to say, I've had a lot of fun with WoW, actually. Pretty good.
Getting a parrot to pick me up.
I like being a bear when I'm not meant to be.
But I've been trying to get you to play, but...
Yeah.
Because I was trying to level up my allied races with you, because I recently just unlocked Dark Iron Dwarf, so I got exalted with the 7th Legion.
I'll say... I just played Duskwood, right? That's what it was. It's like, it went really, really slow, then suddenly you've done like all the chapters. Like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like we'd done loads, and it was like 2 chapters complete. Yeah. And then it was like...
And suddenly, 3 bosses, you're done. Like, okay.
The thing is...
this is a great town.
This is Borealis. This is the human capital.
That's cool.
I think here I'm just changing my
Aurora Borealis.
I spent ages trying to get rid of this thing. I'm like, I don't want to see this buff, so I write it down, and I realize I'm writing it down on the wrong thing, and then I realize I'm putting it on the wrong thing again. It takes me forever to get rid of this.
Why do you want to see it?
I don't want to see it on my...
Oh, down there. Okay, you want to see it up there only.
No, I don't want to see it. It's not useful information.
What is it?
You can buy contracts with certain factions to get rep with them, but I want to be able to look at my buff bar and only see combat things, so I can see like what buffs I have, what debuffs I have, and I don't need to see that I've got a contract. So I just remove it there using shadowy unit frames, and then I have the macro that hides it at the top, just so it shows it underneath my. Action bar over
I think I need help to go through and like set all my mods up and make them look.
I feel like I need to get you to play the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, you're going to get Skyrim syndrome, where you're just sat in mod manager, aka the Twitch launcher now for WoW, instead of actually playing the game.
No, but if I can get the game to look good, then I'll play it. So, because my Skyrim syndrome is if I can get it to look good, I want to play it. So
I gave you pretty much. I got you Addy Bag.
Yeah, no, but I need to actually set it up. I don't know. Addy Bag is great, by the way.
Just sorts through all your stuff.
That's
for you.
so good. But I need to make my UI bigger, and I need to change the scale and things.
Someone was saying like I didn't like the human area because there was too much water, and I was like, I have the mount that walks on water, so it's fine for me.
Yeah, I'll say for me like water stuff shit. So even if I can turn to a seal.
Even if you can turn to a seal,
it's still shit.
There's new druids coming. There's the Cultern humans, which look fucking awesome. And the Zandalai trolls turn to fucking dinosaurs. It's their You're playing a Night Elf Druid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really like Night Elves for some reason. I don't know why.
I do too, as I am playing a Night Elf.
Yeah, you are.
They're my favourite class in the game. They have been since vanilla.
I still want to try like something like a Blood Elf or a Worgen at some point as well. Though.
The Worgen starting zones are really good.
Yeah, I really like Gothic styling, so yeah.
To
really
do it
nice.
once.
Yeah.
Then you can't skip it, and you have to do it every time. You're like, fuck it. It's the Worgen and Goblin starting zones make me want to quit WoW that you can't skip them once you've done them. Because it's really fun the first time, but then after that I'm like, oh fuck this.
It's like I was gonna say it's like the Skyrim side, but that's boring from the start. So
the Goblin starting zone is so fucking long. It is so long.
I remember TB talking about this like way back when. I was like, it's like, why can't I skip this now? I've done it already.
Yeah. These are the turtle mini games where I just have to guide this turtle around without crossing my own path while collecting all the flags.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
They have like matching mini games where you like match.
How do you know you have not passed your own path?
There's leaving a trail.
I couldn't see it. I thought it would be like bright green or something. Like light, but okay, it's like ever so slight. Come on, Blizz.
People are saying these. If you've played Legion, these are like the Kirin Tor of the expansion, where you just do a bunch of fun mini games, and there's like very few of them, so they're hard to get rep with.
Haven't you?
Which is why I have the Tortalia Sequa plus.
Oh no, the finish line's
10 rep. There's a lot of people have been complaining about BFA because they've been saying the stuff I really enjoyed is super good. The leveling on both sides is fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
one of
like
the best
expansions.
The
story,
which I was saying before in the previous podcast.
Yeah.
But once you get to endgame, there's basically like you have to keep grinding. Grinding World Quest doesn't feel rewarding because we've done it before in Legion. And then it's like artifact power again, but with less features called Azerite gear. And it's okay. You're just gonna. People are calling it Legion 0.5 because they're like, you took some of the features from Legion and then you kind of tried to transfer them over because you were like, this is working, so let's try and do that again. So I feel like a lot of people have like Legion fatigue from them copying some of the features but leaving out a lot of the good features. That people are like, well, okay.
They wanted more good features and a little bit more different new stuff.
Because they added Azerite gear, but then the traits don't do anything, and they're nowhere near comparable to like legendaries or artifact levels where you actually get new talents and stuff.
Yeah.
So it feels like they just remove stuff, and then they give you a piece of Azerite gear that gives you a trait that doesn't really affect your gameplay at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and then people are complaining about war fronts as well because they're locked off for like a whole week based on your faction. Once someone controls them, they can't do anything, and then until the next week where you stop controlling it, and then you can then fight against the warfront.
What's the point of that?
Which is kind of like a PvE RTS sort of thing, which is why I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, but if you're going to lock it off for so long, though, what's the fucking point?
Well, the thing is, they were like, we're going to make this... So there's kind of a shit show but at the moment, because they had to do like a bunch of Reddit comments to... tell people what was going on. I'm going to the Darkmoon Fair because there was a Darkmoon Fair on while I was doing the recording, which gives you bonus rep when you ride on the carousel. And I died, so I lost the buff, so I'm just going back to it. There's a tip for any of you WoW players out there: if you're farming rep, make sure to, when Darkmoon Fair's open, go to the Darkmoon Fair carousel because you get the 10% rep buff, which I don't think stacks with the human racial. I'm not sure. To look that up. Anyway, what was I saying?
Omnibar.
No, what
it's
was
just
I saying?
in there. It's just annoying me. I don't know. What were we talking about?
Omnibar's an add-on that
that shows on your screen all the time.
No, that's where I've placed it.
Okay.
And then it shows when enemy use interrupts and ceases.
Okay.
So if an enemy uses a kick, it shows me the cooldown of when they've used that. But yeah. I think BFA so far has actually overall been really good, but that's mostly because I level up and I'm a more casual player.
You like questing.
I like. So some people have been like, I hate having to level up and get to the end. I hate questing. I'm like, I love questing. So making the questing, the story really good is really fun for me.
Yeah, that's what I like as well. I prefer questing and leveling up.
But the thing is, once you get to max level,
nothing to do.
Well, there's plenty of stuff to do. It's just people haven't enjoyed them that much. Of course, there is the fantastic Mythic system, the Mythic Plus system, so you can do Mythic Dungeons, which is back. It's great. Warfronts, some people like them, some people don't. There's Island Expeditions, which is like short little PvE randomized content. They said they're going to work on making the Azerite rewards better. They're going to work on making the paths of them more randomized.
Oh, okay, right.
Um,
This map, part of the map looks great though.
yeah.
The rocks made the map.
I've
look
got
really
Pathfinder Part 1, which is like the first part of the flying achievement.
Good. Oh, okay.
So that'll probably be coming in 8.2 or something. But what that does, it makes it so you move slightly faster when you're mounted. And then when you get Part 2, you unlock flying for those areas.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fucking cool, really nice looking places. But yeah.
I wish there was something like that in Guild Wars where if you've done a jumping puzzle, you unlocked all the achievements for it, you could then fly during the jumping puzzle. That'd be great. That's Guild Wars 2.
Guild Wars 2 is a game.
I think Guild Wars 2 has always been my main, but
Shall
WoW
we
is
move
a
on to
great
the
game.
news?
Well, 46 minutes in?
Yeah.
Let's get to the news.
You've been letting me shitpost too much. Because I'm about shitpost about Nickelodeon kart races. We have the only game powerful enough to rival Sonic All-Star Racing transformed.
It's time
Nickelodeon kart races.
Come out
I
of
never
your
had it.
shell. Finish your homework. And change your diaper. As you join an elite roster of champions in the ultimate
This
race
is
against slime.
Patrick. SpongeBob.
Introducing Nickelodeon Kart Racers.
My question is, will this be a Garfield kart or will this be a Sonic All-Star Racing transformed? Because
I'm going with Garfield Kart.
kart races have different varying of quality.
First time ever. Race and battle in your
I'm
favorite
feeling Garfield
Nickelodeon
kart on
shows.
this one.
It's not
Could be a surprise like
as
Sonic.
bad as Garfield Kart, but like it doesn't look quite as polished as it could be.
So I was really fucking hyped for this. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play this. And then it was like, not coming to PC. And I was like, fuck you, Nickelodeon. Don't toy with my heartstrings. You know I want to play as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And they removed all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games from Steam because they lost the licenses.
Yeah, 'cause they're Activision games, weren't they? A lot of them.
Yeah, I think so. What was I gonna say? Okay, there's only local multiplayer and there's no PC port. So I was like, well, I'll hold back. So that's our first trailer of the day. The next one is Lethal League Blaze. This is the sequel to Lethal League. And we'll just let you listen to the music because it's fucking fantastic. Funky, fresh beats. I was listening to this and I was like, this sounds just like Jet Set Radio. Ain't nothing like a funky beat. I've listened to this song too many times after this trailer coming out now.
It's so good. I want to say that I want to buy the song. Just so upbeat, so powerful.
So that is coming on Steam October 24th and then 2019 for PS4, Switch and Xbox One. But one thing I will say is that I was listening, I was like, that sounds like a Jet Set Radio song. Then I found out it is. It is Hideki Naganuma, if I'm saying that correct, Donkey Kongu, he actually did the original Jet Set Radio OST.
Hideki,
and he's written this funky fresh beat
Hideki
for
Naganuma, maybe.
Hideki Naganuma. Is I believe how you pronounce it.
How I'm pronouncing it.
And it is up on Steam. It will be out in, I believe, a week from now, about 8 days.
6 days before my birthday.
Tony, I know what I'm getting you. Funky fresh beats. Looks really great.
They
If
haven't-
you haven't played the original Lethal League, it's basically, I would describe it as a 2D fighting game,
Yeah.
but instead it's a 2D fighting game mixed with tennis. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, basically you're fighting your opponents, but the only way you can interact with them is by hitting a ball at them, and they can hit the ball back.
I would say it's like fighting Pong.
Yeah, kinda. That's another great way to explain it.
That's what I would have said, but they haven't said how much it's going to cost yet, have they?
No.
Oh,
it's 24th of October. Sorry, I fucked up. I thought it was 24th September. It's 5 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So it's a week and a month
yeah.
From now. Sorry for the fake news.
We can all see what's on the screen. It's fine.
Okay. I did that with Artifact, where I was like, it's coming out this month. And it was like, oh, wait, no, it's not. Well, I thought we were in a different month to the one we were in. But the next
you've lost.
Next trailer is, of course, our main game, Call of Duty. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout is the Battle Royale mode.
So, COD Boff.
COD Boff, sure. The reason I showed this was because from everything I've seen, it's in beta on PS4 and PC. From everything I've seen of it,
the guns
the funny thing is, everyone's like, "Oh, COD's doing Battle Royale, it's not gonna be as good." It actually looks like a better, more polished version of PUBG.
Really?
It's like COD actually just made a better Battle Royale almost.
I have to say I hate the gun sounds in COD.
Really?
They all sound the same, and it's been sounding the same for so long.
The thing that's really cool about the map that I think is they took like Nuke Town and they put like High Tower and stuff, and they put them all together into one big map, and like Asylum actually has like zombies in it when you go there.
Zombies the only thing I'm ever like interested about with COD though.
But there's like vehicles and
are
all this stuff.
Actually.
I don't like anyone.
But no, I still probably won't enjoy playing. I like that though.
The Clapper Monkey.
He's my main.
Further collapse expected. Evac to safe zone.
There's actually zombies in like the actual map.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Fairly sure. It actually legit looks good, which I was so surprised by because I was expecting this to be a cash grab pile of shit, and it's actually bamboozled me. And I actually think it's an actual legit good Battle Royale game. And people are calling it polished PUBG because it's just so much better, like in terms of like quality compared to PUBG.
October 12th. Whoa, everything's coming in October. Isn't Red Dead Redemption 2 coming in October as well?
Yeah, that's why Battlefield 5 moved their release date.
Jesus.
Because they didn't want to be
in between.
Close to Red Dead Redemption and COD 4. Like they did to Titanfall 2. And
with themselves.
Yeah.
With Battlefield 1.
Which was a pretty stupid idea, but I thought I should try for that because
it's good.
It actually looked legit pretty good. I thought I'd show you this because I found it quite interesting. They showed a real-time RTX demo with RTX on and off on the new Atomic Heart game, and we looked at this on a previous podcast. It looked like this really cool Soviet-looking Bioshock game.
Oh yes, yes.
And they show these really cool reflections and how they work with RTX on and off.
That is actually crazy.
If you look, when you turn it off, this goes from being like a silhouetted shadow to just like a hard black shadow. And and when you see the this is with it off.
Yeah.
And the lighting is like nowhere near as good.
But I'm saying,
but then when it's on, like if you look, the reflect.
Well, look at it going over the shadows.
Now look, real time fucking reflections on just a shiny material.
It actually looks like an animated film.
So if I look across here,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Of course.
I don't know what system they're running it on with like all the other stuff, but
I think RTX is really cool, and I look forward to the future of RTX, but we're obviously not close to this point, at least not on any of our systems.
Yeah, I think as well. Like we don't have enough money. Like it's like the first generation of this. I think it'd be better the second generation anyway.
Yep, they're going to be working to improve it. Definitely.
In a pod.
Now this guy again, he has a strong light.
Like his shadow is fully rendered, like it's moving. If you see it off,
it's just a strong light with a very harsh shadow, and it detracts from the real beauty of these models. So.
But yeah, I thought I'd show you that quickly. If you want to check that out, it is up on Nvidia's channel. It looks really cool. The next thing I wanted to show you was Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Came out with a brand new teaser trailer, and it's fucking amazing because I love Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
So I love the weird lagging music they have in it.
That part with the diamond kind of reminded me of Gravity Falls.
Yeah. Well, it's like the animatedness to it.
Because this is coming to TV as well.
Oh,
It's
is
been
it?
picked up by like a TV station.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It shows the team behind it. Blink
yeah.
Industries, Conoco, and Super Deluxe are working on this. So they've got like a big budget now. So it's time to see if they're going to, take the big budget and just do really amazing things, or they're going to have a bunch of people looking down on them and forcing them to make creative decisions.
Considering the people who create it, I think if that it does happen, they'll just leave. So we'll see.
We'll see. Okay, so first quick news topic. We have Fortnite quickly. We saw that the revolver was vaulted. The drum gun was vaulted because it was the most broken weapon in the game and it did everything. Storm damage to buildings. Now, you can't just get people, turtling across the storm into the final circles. Buildings now take damage when they're in the storm. We got double boogie bombs. We got a 3 stack of pots. We got the silent AR, which is like the gun I've wanted for a while, which is really cool. This is just showing you like the storm damage doing the dance. But I thought I'd talk about this quick because I have been playing like the end of the season of Fortnite. I still play Fortnite since I started playing it. I play it every season. I did think the drum gun was too strong. Kind of. I liked the revolver, but I understand why they vaulted it because there was too much stuff in the game and it was kind of like a weaker deagle.
Yeah.
So I guess, but yeah. Looking forward to see what comes in new season. They've done big teasers for Halloween. But they're there's good shit coming for Halloween. So
Halloween's my favourite time of the year.
It's also your birthday in Halloween. So
Coincidence?
are we gonna get another spooky cake?
Yes.
And are we gonna see it on the podcast?
It might be the same as last year's. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
We're gonna live stream Tony's hands making a cake.
Like you suck at cooking, exactly like that.
We could actually do that.
Or if I strap it to my head.
Oh, if you had a GoPro, yeah. Probably.
Or I strap it to my chest or something.
My
the problem
sister
is
has a fake GoPro. If you wanted to strap something to
you
your
would have to edit out long.
You'd have to be like binging with Babish, where you just see like your hands.
Well, it's fine, but we'd have to somehow off a huge amount of data somewhere and then edit it down from me moving about awkwardly.
You can just do it on a phone over Wi-Fi.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we can do it we can drop it to a server.
Anyway, that was just a quick piece of news for people who like that.
Quick maths.
Quick piece of news. CSGO is getting a free offline only edition. So basically all this version is going to allow you to do is it's just going to allow you to play offline versus bots. And you can watch matches via GeoTV, which is the service that lets you spectate major games and stuff inside the game client. So if you want to switch around and look at different people's point of view,
okay,
that's pretty cool. But of course, you will still have to buy the game if you want to play against real players, not against bots. Next piece of news, quick. Steam for Linux adds 1,000 perfectly playable Windows games in under a week. There were less than 5,000 games available to install and play on Steam for Linux, but following Valve's incredible Steam Play update, which added streamlined compatibility layers for Windows-only games, the number was potentially much, much higher.
It's kind of crazy.
That's like a 20% increase of the games playable on Linux overnight.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I thought that was crazy that they managed to do that in under a week. So for all you Linux gamers out there, really cool. All you penguins out there,
you can finally play Oblivion,
who've been lost penguins since Club Penguins shut down.
Is that went to Linux? I like to think everyone in Club Penguin was running Linux when they were playing the game.
We got a Steam Store update. Previously, it was a list of 3 games tagged that you wanted to see less of. Mine was anime and clicker games that I didn't want to see.
It wasn't just that.
And I was
something else.
I was hard set.
Anime clicker.
I was hard set to 3 things I could block, but now they've increased that list to 10, so I can hate more things on Steam. Yes.
One thing I saw, I'm not sure if this isn't this. Isn't this something I missed? On workshop items, you can now support the creator directly. Is that a previous update? Because I don't remember that at all.
I haven't seen any news about that.
Okay.
So I would assume
Interesting.
maybe.
Yeah, I didn't.
If you look at it more and you get me more information, we can talk about it next week.
I'll send you a screenshot when I get back. I need to find whoever the modder was and
they've
what
increased
game it was.
The number of tags you can set as a hard filter on your store now to 10. And they've also made the filter harder, so it's going to exclude game based on your tag.
Yeah, because before it didn't like doing that. It was like, well, your friends like playing it though.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Because, like, for example, I was looking up Lethal League Blaze, and I've tagged out sports games, so it's like, we've filtered out Lethal League, the thing you were searching for, because you filled out that you don't like sports games.
that's a really cool thing. That you're searching for this thing, and we're tell you like, you've made it so you can't see this, so why are you searching for it? Oh, okay. But
they've changed like the not interested button to ignore, so you can now specifically ignore games, and you can like set harder filters on like violence or gore or nudity. I think recently we had our first like fully nude game was like uploaded to Steam since they took down games and did the filters and stuff.
Because that was the problem, was that they couldn't so I guess they're doing something with that. I assume you can't eventually make it so you can't pay it with PayPal. Who knows? Yeah,
because they're like filtering like games with like pornographic or nudity.
Yeah, because it was a PayPal issue, not a Steam issue. Steam don't care. Yeah. As we all know, I was like, why does Steam company care? They don't.
You are not allowed to use PayPal to purchase online pornographic material.
You can physical.
You can buy physical media like DVDs.
I don't understand the difference, but sure, whatever.
It's just something
we've had this round.
Something PayPal doesn't allow you to do.
I've had this round already on the podcast.
Because we were saying that not safe for work games were getting removed from Steam, and we were saying PayPal's a massive.
They weren't getting removed.
Steam,
they were getting emails going, "We are going to remove it if you don't remove features from your game or something." But they haven't. Some of them got removed. But
this is what it looks like. So this person has chose to hide mature games with violence, and they're searching for The Witcher 3. So now they're saying The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt has been excluded based on your preferences. That's what it will look
so
like.
You can't even really see it. It's just like, it's really nice feedback as well, and nice filtering.
Yeah, when you choose to show the titles, it will show them as an X above them and show why you chose not to see them.
Yeah, it's really good feedback.
You remember the culling?
No.
So the culling, you remember they were like, we're going to roll back the culling 1 and it's going to go free to play at some point, and we're like, when is it going to go free to play? It's gone free to play now. The Culling Origins, they're calling it. It's a much better name than just calling it the culling again.
Yeah, because they said it was out now free to play, and it wasn't.
Yep.
It was the old one wasn't out now, and it wasn't free to play, but now it's out now free to play.
Yep.
So now it's actually out now.
It's now actually out.
So they fucked up the first trailer, but now, whatever.
I remember back in 2016, this was like one of the first Battle Royale games I ever saw, and I was like, I'm actually interested in playing this.
Oh yeah, it's the first, that's what happens, isn't it? Like, it's the first new...
Yeah. I remember seeing...
It still looks interesting, but it looks a little bit...
streaming this back in 2016.
Yeah, I remember
that. Yeah, I think if it's back to its original state, which was in a really good spot, and it focused mainly on, light...
It's mostly melee.
Light ranged weapons with lots of melee focus.
Exodia.
What? Oh, okay, you're looking at it.
Sorry.
You're distracting me.
I'm distracted by Exodia.
It looked pretty good, so if you're interested in playing that, you can now. It's free to play. And I'll talk about Dead by Daylight. Quickly, because someone made this useful post on Reddit that there was a Q&A recently, and someone on Reddit made this post to sum up what they said. So early next week, Monday the 17th or Tuesday the 18th, if you're watching this live, that will be tomorrow the day before. The Shattered Bloodline DLC will release. Next weekend there will be Friday the 21st, there'll be double blood points, and then they said they were going to add console optimization and new game modes later.
Is that why is it double?
I do actually have B-roll for this because I recorded some
What's
stuff.
with the double blood point thing? I've seen that in Guild Wars as well.
You've seen double blood points in Guild
Wars?
They
called it like something blood, and like it's exactly the same date as when they were going to do it.
Blood points in Dead by Daylight are what you earn after every game.
Interesting.
And use them to upgrade survivors and killers.
I guess it's just a coincidence then.
this game I'm playing against Freddy, so you may not even see him because what Freddy does is he's in the dream. Oh, there it is. And he's pulling me into the dream, as you can see now.
Yeah.
If there was audio on, you'd hear la la la, and now I'm in the dream.
That's actually a really cool transition.
And now he's chasing me down. I think
It's
I
a
juked
legit
it for
good game,
ages.
isn't it? Look at it.
I fucking love this game.
It's beautiful.
I'm in the dream now, and
No one else see you?
No, others can see me.
Okay.
They'll know I'm in the dream. I need people to help me get out the dream. Watch this MLG Duke. He picks me up, and I go, no, not today. I have a perk, which means I can stab you, and I'm running away. I give him the old pallet chase.
The old...
And he's like, I'm going to go around. And I go, oh shit, he's going round. Well, I'm going back over the pallets. Oh, so is he? Back over the pallets. Get duped. I'm a god. So one thing you can do to snap out, you can only see him when you're in the dream, and he can only interact with you when you're in the dream.
Can he see you all
just
the
like
time?
Freddy Krueger in the films, obviously.
Yeah. Can he see you at all times then?
Yeah, I believe so. So I think no, Freddy's coming, so he's not going to snap me out of the dream. But someone can like click and like snap you out of the dream.
If he wasn't so close.
And I can also snap myself out of the dream by failing QuickTime
Why-
events that snaps you out of the dream.
What's with the red light, like where he's looking?
That shows you where he's looking. It's
So-
just an indicator of being like he's right behind
So
you.
you can like see if he's stalking you or not, or he hasn't
Yeah.
spotted you or something.
There's
Okay.
also a terror radius, so when
Yeah.
he's near you, it makes like a heartbeat sound, like doo-doo, doo-doo. The noise in this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I
That's-
can't put the
that's what-
sound on there to show you because I'm on like Discord with 2 other people
Yeah.
while I was recording this.
Wiggle, wiggle.
I'm wiggling, but I get hooked here. But getting put on the hook takes you out the dream. So if I get off the hook,
okay.
he'd have to bring me back into the
Yeah.
dream again. What was I going to say? I hope the DLC rocks. And then you're supposed to be disappointed at my rock pun because the new Survivor throws rocks at people.
Yeah, we went through that last time, didn't we? That
Seeing
he
it from
threw
the
a rock.
killer's point of view is actually makes it look a lot better. So when you're in the killer's terror radius, you can throw a rock, and it makes like the sound of a generator exploding. So they'll like walk in a different direction. So it doesn't look terrible, but his other perk I think is gonna be much stronger, where he can if he unhooks someone off of a. Oh, she's being put into the dream. You can see it here.
Oh, that's what.
Now he's snapping her out of it, as you can see. That's how you wake. It's like a QuickTime event to wake them up.
Okay, that's cool.
I learned this week a brand. I wish I was recording the one before this. I'm getting pulled into the dream, but I wish I was recording the one before this because there's a character called the Pig who puts like reverse bear traps on your head. And I was like, I wonder what happens if you try to escape with a bear trap on your head. And then I walked out of the escape route, and it's like beep, 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 and it just kills you, and you die. So you do have to remove the reverse bear trap through the jigsaw puzzles if you are playing against the Pig from Saw before you try to escape. One thing I was really hyped about in the Q&A was like, we're going to bring the DLC out, which is really cool. You know, we get the new Survivor, we get the new Killer, who's like a Japanese spirit, which looks really cool. But they also said we're also thinking about working on new game modes later on down the line, which I was like, ooh, very interesting.
That's interesting, yeah.
So I'm repairing slower because I'm in the dream. So what I did there is I purposely failed the QuickTime event because that wakes you up from the dream.
Oh, okay.
And I then run away from that generator because as soon as you fail repairing it,
it blows up,
and then it shows you where you are on the map. So now I'm just going to try and repair this generator.
The old generator technique.
So that we'll move on to talking about the next thing, which is, speaking of Dead by Daylight, there's a new game called Last Year the Nightmare. It's a new game where 5 survivors versus an entity that can control 3 killers must collect gasoline to drive away a car. It kind of sounds like Dead by Daylight. It's like
What's it called?
It's called Last Year the Nightmare.
It's such a terrible name.
As I was saying it to Dave, I was kind of taking on the role of like an executive doing cocaine in like a boardroom. I was like, what's that game? Dead by Daylight. They collect gasoline or something, and there's a killer, and you have to repair shit.
Did you
do that?
Did you shoot yourself in the foot with paid promotion?
What the fuck is a Sonic? And it's like, I think they missed the point because the survivors in Dead by Daylight, the whole point is you can't fight the killer, you have to hide, and that makes it really scary because at no point can you ever attack the killer, and you're constantly running away from him. But in this new game last year, The Nightmare, the survivors get weapons like tasers and swords and stuff, and they can actually kill the killer. I was like,
interesting.
It does sound like an executive's in a boardroom going, "What's that Dead by Daylight game? It's about killing killers, isn't it? Let's do that."
Someone made a garage mod thing like that. I think they made it into a proper game at one point.
I'll show you.
It wasn't the same because like you could kill the person, like the actual, like it was like
this
4v1.
Is what last year The Nightmare. So you're a couple of teens in a school.
Obvious, of course.
And
with a taser.
The thing is, the entity has control of 3 killers. So what you can do is, this guy's fucking shooting him with a taser, for God's sake.
Yeah.
That you can actually kill the killers, and what you can do is the killer or the entity, like a dungeon master, because as long as you're not seen by the survivors, you can despawn as that killer and respawn somewhere else as a different killer. Okay. So it's kind of like more of an RTS thing, where you're kind of like an overview trying to catch these young kids in the school.
It's more like an asymmetrical game mode more than.
I want to see game. So I was like, the last thing I was like, okay, I'll give this game a shot. I want to see gameplay. I want to play this. I want to see what it's like. And I was like, okay, this is definitely some executive in a boardroom fucking with things, because I was like, okay, this game's designed to fail, because I saw this. This game will release exclusively on the Discord store. And I was like, how to make a game fail 101. Release it on an untested game platform exclusively.
Is it a time exclusive or just exclusive?
It says it will release sometime this fall exclusively on Discord's
More
new
like
store.
sometimes this fail.
I'm fairly sure that it's not going to do too well, based on the fact that it's going to be like Battleborn, where everyone's like, isn't this the Overwatch game?
Yeah.
And then it's going to be like, whereas comparing it to Dead by Daylight, and then it's going to be exclusive to the store, which we also seen recently, where like Windows 10 store, they didn't do as well as they did on Steam.
No. And
recently we saw Recore and Zoo Tycoon. They came to the Steam store recently.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because it's just a way better market. I can see, because I was like, I could totally see something like that game releasing on Steam and doing pretty good.
Oh yeah, it would do fine on Steam. It might not be as popular, but you'd actually get some sales. I'm not sure about only releasing it. I can see like releasing it on Discord and Steam.
Yeah,
to both markets, but
I just had a lot of Dead by Daylight B-roll, and I really wanted to talk about something, so I've shoehorned this game in.
Yeah.
Because I've just been spamming this game. Some people like to see the end of these things. So what happens is I get saved at the last second, everybody else dies, and then I escape through the hatch, basically.
I'm really looking forward to the next piece of news. This is my main piece of news after this.
Your main piece of news? Okay. So what you can do is you have to try and power generators to open the gate, if you don't know, to open the door. But if you're the last survivor, a hatch spawns on the map, and you can jump down it, and you're trying to find it before the killer does, because then you can stand there like trying to kill you. And I actually saw where the hatch spawned beforehand, and then I forgot where it was. And I was like, it's around one of these pallet things. And I was like, oh, here it is. Yoink. I escaped. So, yeah. Talk about Dead by Daylight again, as I'm probably going to buy the DLC.
How often? What's the percentage between like escaping and failing?
Like 5,000 blood points. Oh, you're saying how likely is it?
Yeah, it's like what's the split?
Depends on the killer. Depends how good they are. It varies massively based on that.
Okay.
I can't say for certain because there's just been a rank reset. So some newer players have been matched up against better killers and that sort of stuff. Newer killers are being matched up against better players.
Yeah.
I'd definitely say that I find the game more fun when there's maybe 2 of you as survivors, kind of. Playing it with a friend is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think playing it with 5 of you, 1 person playing as the killer and then 4 of you survivors would be really fun as well.
You can make like stupid comments, can't you? And it'd be great.
Assassin's Creed 3.
This is my main one.
It's getting a remaster, so it's been confirmed. I was like, Assassin's Creed 3 is getting a remaster? What? Does it need a remaster? According to the Assassin's Creed Odyssey Season Pass, the Season Pass will feature a fully remastered version of Assassin's Creed 3, which will come out in March, and there will also be a standalone edition for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, which will be
Thank God.
released as well.
We've
That
always
will
wanted.
have improved gameplay mechanics and ergonomics, whatever that
My
means.
issue is the story's shit.
Yeah,
And the setting is
started
okay, I guess.
Assassin's Creed 3 was the last Assassin's Creed game I ever attempted to play because I was like, it has the big twist. It's like, spoiler alert, if you want to play Assassin's Creed Remastered, stop listening now. It's like, you're an assassin, but you're also a Templar. Plot twist. And I was like, I started playing it and I was like, oh, okay, this is what they're going to do. And I realized that every Assassin's Creed game at that point was the same. And I was like, I don't need to play any more of these games
I
anymore.
stopped Revelation because it was too similar to Brotherhood and it had more shit in it which I didn't like. And it's like,
but what about the first-person Desmond puzzle platforming segments in the Animus?
We needed more of those.
We need more We need more of that shit. It's like every time you came out of the Assassin's Creed world and you went to Animus, it was like, I hate this part. Why are we coming out?
In the first game, I was like, oh, I'm actually kind of interested in what Desmond's story is. But then, like anything after, I'm like, I don't care, Desmond. Just go back. I
just want to go back to being an assassin.
Go back to sleep.
It's like they made a game about VR, right?
Yeah.
And half the game is you go into VR and you play the VR experiences, and the other part is I have to watch my brother playing VR.
Yeah.
That's the Animus section, where I'm like, this is fucking boring. I want to play VR. And then I put on the VR headset and I get to play Assassin's Creed, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm playing Assassin's Creed. That's what it's like.
Yeah, it's so annoying because in the first game I was like, oh, it's interesting that you have to like log yourself in, like what's going on? And then they ruin the story instantly.
There's nothing going on. It's a shit story.
Yep. It was all an illusion.
Yeah.
All a facade.
Yeah, but
actually, no joke, the next news I'm actually interested in, so do we care about Assassin's Creed?
Just to say that as well as the Odyssey Season Pass, they will also be doing another big DLC which will be based on the fate of Atlantis, if you're interested in that.
I like the screen or the concept art, but
a bigger picture of it.
It's really nice. But
it looks pretty cool. Concept art, we'll have to see.
I'm still not convinced. But the game looks interesting from what I want to know.
I found it really weird that they were like, let's remaster Assassin. This is another boardroom decision. Like, doing some cocaine like that, and they're like, let's fucking remaster Assassin's Creed 3.
That's the name of this podcast.
Oh wait, they
Cocaine Boardroom.
They're just they're French. It's like, bonjour, le cocaine. Let's remaster Assassin's Creed 3.
Je suis baguette.
But randomly put it on a season pass for no reason for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Oui.
Yeah, I think that's the name of this podcast episode, though. Okay. Either Boardroom Executive or Cocaine Executive.
Okay, so the next piece of news is THQ Nordic did it again. The absolute mad lads, the Madman Studios, stop at nothing to revive old game IPs that people love. THQ Nordic has acquired the Kingdoms of Amalur IP among other assets from 38 studios. The studio is called 38 Studios. They haven't acquired assets from 38 other studios. I was like, what assets have they got from the other 37 studios as I first read this? And then I realised how much of an idiot I truly was.
No, I think the naming scheme is shit. They shouldn't have named themselves 38 Studios. Or if they did, make it in words 38, so it's really obvious.
Me and you both own Kingdom of Amalur,
yes.
And it's a fantastic game.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's annoying that you can't jump, but...
Jim's on this piece of topic, I think Jim Sterling said, I think THQ Nordic is just going to keep buying games that I thought deserved a second chance and then re-releasing new stuff.
How do we know Jim isn't on the board of directors?
Jim Sterling confirmed the marketing team for THQ Nordic. He's the guy choosing what they buy.
Yeah, no, I do think Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning was shit because you can rearrange it, it can be anything, but it deserved a second chance, I think.
I think it was I'd like to see more from it.
It was like a more modern Fable and like the feel of it, I thought. Like the feel of it.
What I loved about it was like, oh, this combat system's really good.
And then you like change out like combos and things.
It was like
the fate system.
It was
really
like
nice.
You take a shit game like Skyrim and then there's no combat system and it's trash. And then you take like a good game and then you add like an actual real combat system.
Yeah, it reminded me of like combining like The Witcher with the Fable, basically. Witcher Fable. No, I can understand. I understand people wouldn't like Skyrim, but I do actually really like Skyrim. I've come to realise.
This is another piece of your news that you sent to me. Prison Architect is getting multiplayer. Prison Architect is adding co-op multiplayer, and it will be in beta. And they've shown it off in their new developer update video. I believe this is number 16 since they Is this since they started them up again, or is this 16 of all time?
No, it's the 16 after the release
Okay.
of.
Because they did the 1.0 and
Yeah, so the
released it
update
out of early access.
Update 1 was when it was the update after they released it out of early access.
So at the moment, they've just confirmed that building co-op and multiplayer is in beta, but they haven't said that versus where you can go into someone else's prison is out of the question. Because you can do that in single player, can't you?
There's escape mode.
Yeah,
you can escape from a prison. They haven't made it because that's the complete. Basically, they have to remake an entirely new game mode to do this. You have to merge 2 game modes basically.
If you're watching,
but this is really cool. Like building like a prison together. I was gonna say a base. I don't know why.
Building a prison together with
is really cool.
I think they say in the video they're like, we should have given them unlimited resources because they keep running out of money.
Yeah. And then in the end, they just all plan everything. It's like, well, we got no money.
It was like one of them was like over the weekend, while the other one was on holiday. They were like, let's just add multiplayer.
Yeah. So there's like the 2 people that you hear talking in this update. Like one of them was like the producer, and the other one's like the lead game designer. Yeah. And the lead game designer went on holiday, and then one of the other guys was like, yes, just make multiplayer. And he came back and was like, we're doing multiplayer. You're like, okay.
He's always like in these dev videos. You always show me things that I've never seen before, and I always promise stuff that I probably shouldn't promise. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I always watch I don't play for as an architect. I own the game, but
I wish they did more videos because they're so good just chatting shit.
I don't play for as an architect, but I always watch their prison architect update videos just because they're purely entertaining.
Yeah, there's 2 great characters. They're just like chatting shit all the time.
GG easy. But if you're interested in that, that is in beta at the moment. It's not.
Yeah, you have to.
They say it's very experimental alpha launch.
You have to opt into it. You have to play it, or because you can play it on like DRM3, I think, or something, or you can play it on. So if you're on DRM3, I think you have to download a different version. If you're on Steam, you can opt into the beta.
Yeah, I think they said in the video they currently had it working on Steam, but they were definitely
Steam. Yeah, they got working on the other version first, and then Steam was kind of like a port of that technically. Okay. So. And they haven't added rich presence or like being able to join through the thing yet through your friends list. So that's coming later.
Our next piece of news: WildStar developer Carbine Studio shuts down. Carbine Studio shuts down this after at least 2 of the studio's game products failed to gain traction with the studio's parent company, the Korean publisher NC Soft, which you may know also is the publisher of Guild Wars 2.
Yep, they own Arena.
Another popular MMO.
NC Soft's pretty big.
WildStar servers will be closing down. They haven't announced when, but they have said players who've spent money within the game will be refunded purchases from July 1st, 2018. Anything before that point, of course, you won't be able to get back, but until the payment system is shut off, any purchases will be refunded.
They're doing something at least, like, just not... I guess their point of view is like, well, if you bought it before July, then you must have had fun with it, right? And then after that, you didn't have enough time to use it. So
but they can't refund everything, because the studio's shutting down.
Well, that's also how they made their money, and they spent it on other stuff, so... Yeah. I don't understand NC Soft's business
WildStar was Carbine Studios' sole game release.
It was their first game, wasn't it?
From what I read of this article on Kotaku, was that they were a bunch of ex-WoW devs.
Oh, were they?
And this was kind of like their big... They were like jaded by modern World of Warcraft in 2014, and they were like, let's go off and make our own MMO. And I remember...
When was Pandora? Was that 2014?
2013.
2013. So they were jaded by that.
I guess. But there's a small studio of people. I think there's the number of people.
It's 50. It says 50 people lose their jobs.
It was founded in 2005, actually, by a former World of Warcraft team at Blizzard. In 2007, NC published Carbine. And in 2011, they announced WildStar. That was around Cataclysm.
Those are big to make.
And then... Well, have you ever tried making an MMO, Tony?
Yes, it took me years. No, I'm always surprised at how much technology
initially launched with a monthly subscription until
that was back
it went free to play in February 2016.
Yeah. To be fair, that's the kind of the period of games where like more MMOs had a subscription. So
the thing I always found interesting about it for me personally was I always thought it looked great, had a very fantastic art style, and
the colours
and the characters. Ability in the game was a skill shot. which was
Yeah. It wasn't target and you just hit it. You had to actually aim it.
yeah, which was like a thing we didn't see really.
It was more
in
like
MMOs.
it's more like a third-person action game
Yeah.
more than an MMO. So yeah, that was its selling point.
And I always wanted to play it, and I never got around to playing it because getting into an MMO while
really
you're
hard.
playing MMOs, if you've
Yeah.
played MMOs before, is like a really hard thing. But I guess I can't now.
I apparently play 4 MMOs on and off, but hey ho.
Well, you're 4 MMOs.
Black Desert Online, WoW, Guild Wars 2, Elder
You
Scrolls
have
Online.
not played enough Black Desert
I have.
Online.
I've played 20 hours.
Okay.
The only problem I have with it is that I don't know where I'm fucking going anymore. Like they threw me in the deep end.
Easy.
Apparently, I might be the bad guy. I don't know.
Yeah, move on to the next piece of it. I think we're going to run out of time before I'm able to even move into the main topics for this week. They've announced a new AAA Lord of the Rings MMO has been confirmed for Antholon Games. They have signed a deal with Middle-earth Enterprises to publish a multi-year online game.
Did they have to say there was a AAA game? I thought
Along with
all
a
MMO games are AAA.
developer by an unmentioned partner developer.
It's Valve.
The Antholon Games was formed in May 2018, headed by Dave Miller, formerly of Warner Bros. Interactive, Codemasters and NBC. Its parent, Leiyu Technology Holdings Limited, are the owner of Digital Extremes, The Darkness 2 and Warframe, and
interesting.
Splash Damage,
Okay.
Dirty Bomb, and the multiplayer of Guilds of War 4.
They have quite a bit of money then.
I'd hope so if they're making a MMO of Lord of the Rings, because that sounds expensive to do well.
It could be shit though.
Well, the last Lord of the Rings MMO was fucking fantastic.
Oh, was it?
And it still
Okay.
runs to this day, and I think it's actually free to play.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think it's Lord of the Rings Online, and there's like a dedicated fan base for that MMO.
Okay.
So, if it's anything, like an updated version of that, if they can do something on that scale, that'd be really cool. I'd love to play a MMO of Lord of the Rings.
Depends what they do with it, but I'm interested to see what they do.
Some people are saying they wish it was like a single player RPG. People have been saying for a while, they wanted a Game of Thrones RPG.
Yeah.
They wanted like a really great single player Lord of the Rings game. We do of course have Shadow of Mordor and of course Shadow of War, since they removed the loot boxes from it and made some changes to it. I haven't played Shadow of War yet.
I still need to look into that, see if it's actually any good. I need like an actual post loot box
I
review.
love Shadow of Mordor. I thought it was a fantastic game.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can do something great with this.
Wait, I don't think we are going to have time for the main topics at this point, Joe.
Fortnite tournament tie record decided by literal coin flip. So if you're into Fortnite esports, there was a Fortnite Summer Skirmish tournament. I think it was. They had a shot at. If they qualified, it was top 33 players.
Yeah.
And if they qualified, they could earn at least $5,000.
Oh, really?
And a shot at up to $250,000.
That's crazy.
But that 2 people tied on their score for 33rd place, I believe.
Yes,
they did a literal coin flip on the stream, and this.
Could they not have a snipe off or something?
Here we go. Let's see the live action replay of someone literally flipping a coin to decide whether you can get $5,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the event of ties, we go.
Now, we always rag on PUBG
Here we go.
for being an esports ready game, as they claim they have been for
Epic
years.
Games, what were you doing?
Fortnite, if you're coin flipping, if someone can earn $5,000, it is not an esports ready game. I love the camera. Like, we're supposed to be like, we know what that means.
We've got a decision.
We got a decision.
Oh my god.
Finish for 33rd that I think.
You're getting fucked out of $5,000.
Okay. Was there anything else you want to say about this?
What I wanted to say. Speaking of esports, VR esports looks fucking hilarious.
They know he's in there, but it's more.
Oh yeah, you
Look at
sent
this
me
person.
the yeah.
This is VR esports, and it looks fucking amazing. This guy. They're
I
on
think-
these little mats.
This is just. I can't watch this.
Are we actually going to see?
It looks hilarious and also fun as fuck to play.
Oh my god, he dies though, doesn't he? Spoilers.
Oh, Tony, come on. Spoiler alert.
This is.
But look at him,
Oh,
he's like
yeah.
sliding across the floor.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those mixes of physical movement and then using joysticks to move, I think.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Nope. It is not.
VR Challenger Live is live right now.
Oh,
And that is gonna
he's
bring us down
bred.
to one.
Well, GG boys, I know what we're watching instead of this podcast. JK.
I think it's my the last news.
Okay,
that-
Insomniacs Spiderman was the fastest selling game of 2018. This was the most successful week for any game in 2018.
I mean, to be fair, great game by the looks of it. I haven't played it, obviously, but I've seen a lot of good things about it. Yeah, this is just like UK charts primarily, isn't it? Like what we're seeing here. We don't know Americans' figures yet.
We've said before, Nintendo games do massively better in America and Japan, and PS4 games
they do
massively
crazy, yeah.
better in the UK because it's a PS4 dominated, a console dominated, mostly PS4 dominated
when you go to
region.
When you go to Cambridge, for instance, like a lot of the places just like advertise PlayStation 4 primarily.
So we saw Horizon Zero Dawn was more popular than Super Mario Odyssey when it launched because of how popular PS4s are. We see like the FIFA games, that sort of stuff, always super popular. And we're seeing, Spider-Man, the PS4 exclusive, of course, fantastic game.
Even God of War did really well as well.
Yeah, we're seeing it outshine, a lot of other games purely based on its merit.
Yeah, so it has no bullshit in it.
But I was going to talk about Nintendo loot boxes, but I've been informed by my podcast
we're an hour and a half in. This is where we normally...
All I'm going to say is fuck Nintendo and fuck EA.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess that's where we'll have to end it. So,
well, I think we can talk about it more in depth next week, I think, as well. More stuff's probably going to happen in 2 weeks' time anyway, so we'll talk about it then.
That is the end of the podcast. You can check us out by typing in "End Everything in Between" podcast on YouTube. If you're watching this live, you are here. Well done for that. You can also check us out every 2 weeks on twitch.tv/Scorn.
Oh, I better write
around 2 p.m.ish GMT.
I better write the timestamp for the ending, right? Everyone want to skip to that. To that stage.
And of course, if you want to keep updated on Twitter, I do post when the podcast is going live on my Twitter right before we go live at Scorn2000. That is the end of the podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.